Roanoke, I got a vendetta for all y'all. My ego wanna do better than all y'all. Cheers to hustlers, may we all ball.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of On Par with Parish. Of course, I'm your host, Parish Hodges, and today my special guest from I can't pronounce it. Roanoke,
Yeah.
Virginia. I'm sorry I butchered that. I've always had a hard time pronouncing that. So from Virginia, please
Yes, ma'am.
welcome M.O.E.Reese. Hi.
Thank you. I'm grateful to be on the platform, so I appreciate it.
I'm very excited to have you. Now, how do you pronounce it? Is it Roanoke or Roanoke?
Yep, you actually said it right, Roanoke. Yep,
Roanoke. Ah.
yep.
Okay.
And if it's easier, because it's also known as the Star City, because we got like a big little man-made star sitting on the mountain, so it's also referred to as Star City. I in my music, I refer to the Star City a lot. So if you hear the Star City, that's Roanoke too.
Okay. Roanoke, aka Star City.
Yep.
So let's talk about your latest album, Even If I Never Make It. Tell us a
Yes,
little
ma'am.
bit about it.
Yeah, so I think where I was at, being an independent artist, I, came to a place where I realized that, in the music industry now, it's kind of, if you don't have, I guess I'll put it like this, like it's not, from how I see it, sometimes morals isn't always everybody's foundation, and I think that some people compromise on that to get to where they want to go. And so I think for my whole concept with this project was like, even if I never make it, I'm gonna stand true to who I am and the morals I stand on. So that was pretty much the concept of even if I never make it, like I'm gonna be M.O.E.Reese even if I never make it.
Mm-hmm. And your name is an acronym for My Only Escape. So are
Yes,
you
ma'am.
saying that, your music is your only escape?
Exactly. Yes, ma'am. Yep. So yeah, music is my only escape. And it's like, yeah, like I was trying to come up with a name and I just had to think about my relationship. And that's kind of just how I felt like, it's really like an escape from me.
Mm-hmm. I can understand that. So this album was it fan funded, right?
Yep.
How
So
did you
yeah.
get that to happen?
So, and it's funny because sometimes I have to remind myself to appreciate, where I'm at now, but, without, uh, I always want to strive for more. But yeah, so it was basically, to be honest, I was, I knew I was wanting to put a project together and I need to get the funds, for it. And I try to, outside of just music, I try to learn a little bit about marketing and just different ways to get my music out, or just about the music business, period. And one thing I did learn is just the importance of fans, because if people listen to your music casually, it's fine. But when somebody is a fan, they're willing to support you. They're willing to, support what you got going on. And I think honestly, this project was a chance for me to prove it to myself. So what I did, I pretty much gave people, I wanted to see what I could do that was of value to people that I could provide without having the music already done. So basically what I did was like create like a private access to the behind the scenes of me making it. So like studio sessions, just really my whole thought process about the project, a lot of stuff. So pretty much the whole, from the thought process to bringing it into life, people that invested or donated was able to actually see videos of that process coming to life. So yeah, that's what I pretty much, found the way to bring that together. And I kind of thugged it, because I think how I put it together was kind of just like on the fly. So it was definitely a learning experience, but it was dope, and we was able to make it happen. So
You got it
I'm really
done, so
grateful.
it worked.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. And what you said about, if a person casually listens to it versus actually being a fan, they will support it. And that can pretty much apply to anything, not just music. If you have a business, pretty much anything that you do, it can apply to
Right,
that. So, yeah.
right. Yeah, that was a good lesson that I learned, and it just made me kind of change my approach. Even just, I dropped the project about a month ago. So even as I gear up to, drop new music and just how I interact with people, it's like I really focus more on not just numbers, not just numbers, but also the individuals, the people that actually take the time out to, reply to a story or tell me the song that they like the most or anything like that. I try to engage those people more versus just like a simple answer or, kind of just treating them like, fans. I try to engage them more.
Yeah. One of the things that drew me to you was I know you speak a lot about how a lot of your support comes from random strangers, you know. And I know when you're a creative, whether you're an artist, a business owner, or whatever, a lot of people have the same problem with not getting that support from their family or friends. And you would think that those would be the very first people to support you, but a lot of the time, they're not. I hate to say it, and it's just so sad to me, but a stranger will support you probably more than your family and your friends. And I like the fact that you speak on that. And a lot of people, yeah, it hurts, but you have to, I don't want to say get over it, but you got to get over it and look at the people who are supporting you, not at the people who are not supporting you. So, whether it's your
Yeah,
friends.
no, that's a fact. It's so crazy because even with this project, I've had people, the people that, I mean, they talk the most as if they are the most supportive, and so like those are I guess the ones you kind of expect. Oh yeah, I know they're gonna support me. I know they're gonna donate, and they didn't show up. And I understand it because it's life. Sometimes you have stuff that comes up, so you're not able to. But then I had people that were strangers that we never. My first time meeting them in person was getting a donation from them, and they're giving me 10 times the amount that I'm asking for. So that right there was just like, okay, I can't be strung up on the people closest to me because, some people that, like you said, strangers may see more value in you than the people closest to you, which is nothing wrong with it, but it's just, you got to accept it and, learn from it.
Yeah, I'm with you right there. I'm definitely with you right there. So a few months ago, you got to perform doing Hip Hop History Month. I saw you. So what was that
Yeah.
like?
Yeah. It was crazy. I gotta shout out my boy Harvest Hancock, man. Brian, man. He actually set that up because so they had put together kind of a hip hop history event at um and my boy Doug. I can't. It's more like I want to say like a co-op space that they put together for the community, and they do a lot of stuff like for like just different programs, and so they decided to host this hip hop history event at the warehouse that they got, and so it was kind of like a they had all types of stuff. They had some break dancers and some a DJ that was a female DJ that was there talking about her relationship with hip hop. So I think it was a small, intimate event, but it was really dope because I got to build and communicate with people that hip hop kind of affects them in different aspects. So like from a DJ and just hearing how she views hip hop and my boy who actually owns the space, he does a lot in the tech space and coding and stuff. So just hearing his relationship to hip hop, it just opened my mind a lot. And then the news was there, so it really was a dope event as far as just being able to talk to people about how they view hip hop, and it kind of made me feel like being an artist isn't such a small thing. It's actually something that it impacts people of all types of walks of life, you know? So it was really cool.
That's awesome. It looks like you had a really good time
I
there.
did. I did.
So how has being active on social media helped you with your career?
Well, you know, I think honestly, to be real, a majority of the growth I've seen has come from being on social media, because I think, well, one, Roanoke is a smaller town, so like the opportunities is real limited, you know, and I think that one, I just grew up in the social media era, so just communicating with people was always a social media. Like it was kind of normal, you know. And then to be able, when I started doing music, to be able to share my music on social media, and then as I started seeing it grow, I remember when they started doing like challenges, and they had like the what was it, So Gone challenge. Everybody was rapping over Monica's beat. I think seeing stuff like that just it really inspired me to get creative, because it was like people that never even rapped before were able to, lay some bars down. So social media has definitely been a huge help, because it's been all types of ways that I've been able to, branch out and meet people, meet producers, get opportunities. Yeah, so it's actually been a huge help.
So 2023 is here, pretty much.
It
It's
is.
here.
It is. Yes. Yes.
So what do you have coming up in this new year?
So okay, so basically right now I'm definitely consistently working on music. I don't have a date for my next project yet, but I have a team that I recently joined, label Rock Solid ENT. So I'm pretty much going to be working with the label. We got other artists that I'll be collabing with, and
Okay.
we'll all be putting out music together. So it's going to be a lot of that, a lot of more collaborations, a lot more. I'm also going to be dropping some merch. The Rock Solid brand, they're going to have some merch dropping real soon. So it's going to be a lot of, I think if one thing I would say is just staying consistent. I like providing content that people actually feel like helps them or makes them, inspires or whatever. So I think, if I could stay consistent through my art, I'll be happy.
Yeah, consistency is key. I was just talking about this the other day. Even I need to work on that. So
Word. Yeah. It's easier said than done. It's
I
easier said than
know.
done, for real.
I know.
Life be lifing. So it's easier said than done. Yeah, for real.
So you're with this new record label and you're going to be collabing with some of their artists. Are there any artists outside of them that you would like to work with?
It's actually a lot of artists. Now I would say, to be real, I'm kind of I kind of be in my own world. So like when I see artists, I can appreciate the art, but there's not anybody I can say offhand. Not that I don't like anybody else, but it's not anybody that I can pinpoint, especially on a smaller scale. I mean, on just if I can collab with any artist, I would definitely like to collab with somebody like a J. Cole or um,
Yeah.
you know, but as far as there's definitely a lot of artists in Virginia that's buzzing, doing their thing. So that's definitely something I plan on doing, though. Reaching out to more artists and collabing with more artists, especially on a regional level. So yeah.
So do you have any upcoming shows?
As of right now, do we have any? So as of right now, nothing locked in. We're because we're actually trying to put together our own show. The Rock Solid team, we're trying to put together our
Oh,
own
okay.
show. Yeah. So we've been working on getting a venue for that. So after that, I'll be kind of looking to get on other shows and open up for some artists and do that. So right now, nothing set in stone.
Mm-hmm. All right. So do you have any last words?
Um, I would say I just want to say, if you're an artist, don't forget the power of your fans. And I just want to say I'm grateful for everybody that supports me and that has, just shared, liked, or donated to my following or my movement, and for anybody that has bought something from me. And I just want to say 2023, let's make the most of it. Anybody that's tuned in, let's make 2023 a great year. There's no limit to progress, so there's no telling where we could be at 12 months from now.
May we all ball, so I ain't gotta do nothing, no, y'all. Never was a killer, never was a gangster. Nah. Shout out to my mama, man, I gotta thank you. Mama. Taking trips to he was up the road. Okay. Real OG, stand up, never fold. Okay. I'm telling you, we from a different